In the last class, we discussed the effects of force. Force may change the speed of the moving object. Force may make an object to move from rest to come into motion. It can also make an object from moving position from in motion to come at rest. Force can change the direction of the moving object. Force may bring change in the shape and size of the object. So these, in fact, force may cause some or all of these effects. So while a force may cause one or more of these effects, it becomes important to remember that none of these actions can take place without the action of force. That means an object cannot move by itself. It cannot change by direction by itself. It cannot change its shape by itself. It cannot change its size by itself. So that means force is required. Let me give you an example. Can you lift this object without touching it?
No.
Can I lift this object without, can I push this object? Can I push any object without touching it? Can I push it? Without touching, can I push this? No, right? That means that we have to apply a force on the object, and that object has to be in contact with that means your body has to be in contact with the object for the force to be applied. Contact may also be with the help of maybe a stick or a rope or anything of that sort to push. That means you have to lift a bucket, you have to push, you use your feet. Okay, sometimes you may push something which you may find that it is not very right thing to touch it with hand. You may use some other object to push it or to lift it also. All right. So where does this force come from? If I have to lift this, where is that force coming from? This force is caused by the action of muscles, of our body. So the force resulting due to the action of muscles, koi lift karne object, koi push karne object, so we have to apply force in the form of, we have to apply force, and where is this force coming from? From the muscles. The muscles of the hand are using. You're pushing something with your feet, that means muscles of your leg are being used. So is force, the force resulting due to action of muscles is known as muscular force. Sometimes we use even animals. कई जगह के ऊपर animals के भी muscles को हम use करते हैं to bring out certain activities, to bring out certain tasks. जैसे कि bullock cart में bullock use होता है, camels use होते हैं. We have read in chapter 1 कि कई बार threshing करने के लिए animals are made to move over the dried harvested crop, तो उससे grains जो है separate out हो जाते हैं. We have also studied कि irrigation के जो traditional methods हैं, उनमें animals are made to move to draw out water, to help them to draw out water from wells. So there the muscles of animals are used to bring out certain tasks. So it is the muscular force of the animals being used there. So we have also come to know that muscular force जो होती है, muscular force can be applied only when it is in contact with the object. So it is also called as a contact force. So there are types of forces made. First type of force is contact force, and one of the type of contact force is muscular force. All right. So muscular force is the force which is force resulting from the action of muscles. That is muscular force. Are there some other type of forces? Are the forces always require contact? Recall some of your experiences. Suppose you are riding a bicycle. You can recall, all of you ride bicycle. Suppose you stop pedaling. What happens? The cycle gradually comes to stop. Yes? We play in the playground also. Ball kick की और अगर उसको कोई और further kick नहीं कर रहा है, it comes to a stop after some time. ठीक है, it gradually comes to a stop. अगर आप इंजन स्विच ऑफ कर देते हो कार का, स्कूटर का, स्कूटी का, एक्टिवा का, तो क्या होता है? इट ग्रेजुअली कम्स टू स्टॉप, हॉल्ट हो जाती है अपने आप, है ना? अगर आप बोटिंग कर रहे हैं, तो अगर आप बोटिंग में अगर आप रोइंग बंद कर देंगे, इट कम्स टू अ स्टॉप. ठीक है? सो इन ऑल दीज सिचुएशन नो फोर्स जो है appears to be acting on the object. No force is appearing on the appears to be acting on the object, but still it comes to rest. जैसे कि एग्जांपल आप ले लीजिए, आपने बॉल को किक किया in the ground and then gradually after moving for some distance it will come to a stop. ठीक है? So there does not appear to be any force acting on it, but it comes to a stop. So what is that? उसकी पहले धीरे धीरे उसकी स्पीड डिक्रीज होगी और उसके बाद वो बंद हो जाएगा. इसी तरह से आप साइकिल पेडल करें, जब तक तो आप पेडलिंग कर रहे थे विद द हेल्प ऑफ योर लेग मसल्स, इट वाज मूविंग. नाउ यू हैव स्टॉप्ड पेडलिंग and you just holding the cycle and moving, so gradually it will move to a distance and थोड़ी देर बाद जाकर वो अपने आप बंद हो जाएगा. It will stop moving, right? So there does not appear to be any force acting on it, but it gradually comes to a stop. So there has to be something which causes the change in the state of motion. All right, what causes that change in their state of motion? Could it be force some acting on it? The force which is responsible for changing the state of motion of object in all these cases what we have discussed is called as frictional force. So it is called as frictional force. The force of friction is working. The force of friction is working, which is making these objects to come to stop. जैसे कि एग्जाम्पल लीजिए बॉल का, मूविंग बॉल का. सो देयर वाज फोर्स ऑफ फ्रिक्शन एक्टिंग बिटवीन द surface of the ball and the ground that brings the moving ball to rest. Similarly, friction between the tires of the cycle and the road. There is a frictional force acting between them, and that makes it to come to a stop. All right. Friction between. Okay, so the force responsible for the changing the state of the motion of objects is the force of friction. We were discussing ये जो force of friction है, it always acts on all the moving objects and its direction is always opposite to the direction of motion. अब दूसरी बात ये है कि यहाँ पर कांटेक्ट होना जरूरी है. There has to be contact between the objects. As you can see here, let me just show you vaguely. If I'm moving this, it comes to a stop afterwards. Can you see it? You can see it. Yes, it comes to a stop afterwards. है ना? तो ये the object and the surface should be in contact. So this is also another type of contact force, and that is the frictional force. So पहले हमने पढ़ी थी, that is muscular force. So there are two types of contact forces. One is muscular force, other is frictional force. अब आपने frictional force में another thing you have to remember very nicely कि जो frictional force है, it acts opposite to the direction of motion. If I am moving this chalk piece, the direction of motion is here, but frictional force is acting in the opposite direction, and that is why it makes it to stop. ध्यान से देखिए बेटा. This is the one, direction of motion is here and the frictional force is moving in the opposite direction, and that is why it makes it to come to a stop. Are you able to see it? Please raise your digital thumbs up. Did you see it clearly? Very good. Diksha has Akal Simar also. Very good. Rest of you were not able to watch it. Okay. So that means force of friction arises due to contact between the two surfaces. We'll be studying more about frictional force in the next chapter, very next chapter, which is friction. तो उसमें हम in detail पढ़ेंगे कि ऐसा क्यों होता है, what is that, what is responsible for it. But you have to first know that it is essential for whether it is essential for the agent to apply force on an object to be always in contact with it, क्योंकि हमने दो तरह की contact forces कर ली. यहाँ पर muscular force में भी there had to be contact between the object, what we are going to lift or push or pass. तो वहाँ पर contact की जरूरत है. Frictional force में भी हमने देख लिया कि two surfaces have to be in contact for the force to be applied. लेकिन क्या ये always होता है? Let's take an example. I'll show you an example. Although it is a bit risky, but I'll try to show you. I'm taking this magnet. I'm sure you have done this activity many number of times without realizing it. You know? I'm taking these two bar magnets. So it is not very advisable to bring bar magnets near the gadgets like phone or even your laptop. But then we will have to do these activities. देखिए, I'm taking these two bar magnets. This is one end of the bar magnet where it is marked. A white mark is put there, and I'm bringing another. See here. I hope you can see it. There is a white mark that indicates the pole. Can you see the movement? If you can see the movement, please raise your digital thumbs so that I can come to know, or else I'll bring it little more forward. Yes? Okay. Now let me show you the other end. Yes? Were these objects in contact? Were these two bar magnets in contact? I'm keeping this here and I'm bringing it here. They are not in physically contact with each other. They are not in contact. See here. But has it caused movement? Is it causing movement? Yes or no? You can raise your hand. These two are not in contact. They are away from each other. Still they are able to bring about movement. Yes? So this kind of, very good. There are many students who have understood. So what we are seeing is two objects can also bring in motion or change in motion when they are not in contact with each other. So these are the second type of forces, which are non-contact forces. Without being in direct contact, with the object, ठीक है? Force can act between two objects even when they are not in direct contact, as in case of muscular force, as in case of frictional force. और इनको हम कहते हैं नॉन कॉन्टैक्ट फोर्सेस. और इस केस में जो नॉन कॉन्टैक्ट फोर्स है जिसको हमने डिस्कस किया, दैट इज द फर्स्ट वन, दैट इज मैग्नेटिक फोर्स. सो मैग्नेट्स जो होते हैं, they work away from a distance also. They can work from a distance also. Let me show you. Magnets और magnets के बीच में तो आपने देखा ही है. But if I have to, I'm using this आई एम नॉट ब्रिंगिंग इन कॉन्टैक्ट, मैं इस डायरेक्ट कॉन्टैक्ट में नहीं लेकर आ रही हूँ, बट yes, it is from away also it is acting. See, it is not in contact yet, but it has come in contact now. So those type of forces which are exerted by a magnet, it is an example of a non-contact force. It can act even on a steel object, जैसे मैंने आपको बताया, piece of iron or a steel object, and that is the first type of non-contact force, that is a magnetic force. Now you have done this, आपके पास प्लास्टिक स्केल होता है, and you can bring a plastic scale and a small piece of paper quickly. You can use a scale and make paper bits like this, rub it over this surface. Scale, plastic scale जो है, आप अपने hairs पे अच्छी तरह से rub कीजिए, rub it for minute or so, and then bring it near the paper bit. All right, like this. You have to rub it nicely and bring it close to the paper bits. ये देखिए, paper bits जो हैं, they are getting attached, but you have not touched it. आपने उसको distance से, you have kept it, brought near to it, but not over it, है ना? So do it again. While you do it, you will come to know it more. I'm keeping it only nearby, but I'm not touching it exactly. And then it gets attracted towards this plastic scale, or in this case, I've used a plastic pen. Were you able to do it? How many of you did it? Please raise your digital hand. Very good. Tanvi has done it. Many of you. Arman, Akshita. Very good, very good, very good. Shaurya, Nandini, Sagne, Sukhnoor, Janvi, Aryan, all of you have done it. And now you have come to know that this force, all right, you have come to know कि ये भी जो था, this was acting from a distance. It was not exactly in contact. The paper bits and the scale were not in contact. The force exerted in this case, when you have rubbed your plastic scale over your hair, you have charged the plastic scale. आपने charge कर दिया plastic scale को, and when you bring you such kind of a charged body near to another uncharged or charged body, this kind of force is called as electrostatic force. The second type one is electrostatic non-contact force. अब ये भी non-contact था क्योंकि हमने exactly दो surfaces plastic scale और जो paper beds थे वो contact में नहीं थे, लेकिन they were brought near to each other. So the force was acting from a distance, and then it is called as a non-contact force. और इस force को हम कहते हैं electrostatic force. और electrostatic force जो है ये भी एक non-contact force है, जहां पर कि जो plastic scale था या plastic straw ले सकते हैं आप, या फिर आप प्लास्टिक पेन ऐसा जैसे मैंने यूज किया है, you can use it, and when you rub it over your hair or on a surface, it gets charged, or on a surface it gets charged, and this charged body, when it is brought near to the any uncharged body or a charged body, it brings about change in its motion, and that is termed as electrostatic force. Electrostatic force जो है, इसके बारे में भी हमने पूरे चैप्टर के बारे में in detail हमने पढ़ना है in the coming chapter. So this is another non-contact force. What we have studied, the two bodies are not in contact, and this forces, the electrostatic forces, therefore we'll be studying more about it in about electric charges in the next chapter. So this is also a non-contact force. Now, if I'm making this chalk to fall down, it comes down, right? It slips off your hand. Fruits, vegetables जो कि लगे होते हैं, when they ripe, they fall down. You have studied about them, why they do so. Why do all the things which are thrown up, why all the things which are thrown up gradually come down, all right? As soon as you release it from your hand, any object, as soon as we release any object from our hand, it moves downward. All right. Is there any force acting on it? Janvi, want to answer? Is there any force acting on it? Ma'am, please unmute Janvi.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Hanji, which is the one?
Yes.
Hanji, Hanji, बोलिए बेटा. All of you can say together, which is the force which is acting here?
Gravity.
Gravitational force.
Gravitational
Gravitational force.
The force of
force.
gravity. It is the force of gravity. And we know that the objects are not in contact. So the third one is force of gravity. Or simply gravitational force. यहाँ पर भी दो objects need not be in contact with each other for the force to act. ठीक है? And this force always, it is an attractive force. आपने ये difference याद रखना है. Magnetic force और electrostatic force can be both attractive and repulsive forces. जैसे कि हमने देख लिया magnetic force में कि ये attractive भी हो सकती है, repulsive भी हो सकती है. Even electrostatic force you will be studying in the coming chapters. कि ये भी attractive और repulsive दोनों हो सकती हैं. Because charges, similar charges आपने already पढ़ा हुआ है. Similar charges जो होती हैं, they repel each other and opposite charges attract each other. Similarly, here similar poles repel each other and attractive poles, unlike poles जो होते हैं, they attract each other. But force of gravity is only an attractive force. It's only an attractive force. It makes all the objects to attract towards itself. We know that it's the force of gravity of the earth, which is so large that it is pulling everything towards itself. In fact, आपको बहुत जान के हैरानी होगी कि everything around us is exerting an attractive force over the other object. सारी चीजें जो हमारे आसपास हमें दिख रही हैं, they are attracting or pulling towards each other, but we are not pulled towards any other thing, because for the object to pull it towards itself, the force of gravity has to be larger, and that is only when the mass is very large. So we'll be studying more about it in class 9th, about force of gravity also. जो planets है, they are moving around the sun because of the gravity of the sun. वो और भी ज्यादा है, इसलिए it is making all the planets and other celestial bodies to move around it. ठीक है? Earth is able to hold on to moon. Moon is going around the earth because the gravity of moon is much less, 1/6 times less than the gravity of the earth, and that is why it is able to make it move. ठीक है? So all the objects in this universe are actually attracting each other, but it is only the one which is having more mass is able to pull it towards it. We'll be studying about it in higher classes. So gravity जो होती है, जो gravitational force है, वो भी एक non-contact force है. So there are two types of contact forces. One is frictional force, and another is muscular force. And there are three types of non-contact forces. One is magnetic, second is electrostatic, and third is gravitational force or the force of gravity. So that completes the first part of the chapter, that is force. We'll be starting with the second part of the chapter, that is pressure. If you have any doubts, you can ask right now.